My mom slept for 3 days and wouldn't wake up. How a 7-year-old girl pushed a rusted wheelbarrow for miles to save her twin siblings. And the truth, no one saw in time. No one inside the emergency department at St. Mary's County Hospital ever forgot that morning. Not because of sirens, not because of a dramatic accident, but because of something that simply did not belong there. The automatic doors slid open. No stretcher, no ambulance, no paramedics running. Just a child. She was so small she almost disappeared in the doorway. Her clothes were torn at the knees, stiff with dried sweat and dust. Her hair clung to her forehead, as if days had passed since she last had the strength to brush it. Both of her tiny hands gripped the handles of a rusted wheelbarrow, its single wheel screeching against the cold hospital floor. Inside the wheelbarrow, wrapped in a thin, faded blanket, lay 2 newborn babies. They were not crying. They were not moving. They were breathing. Faintly. Barely enough to notice. The room froze. Doctors stopped mid-step. Nurses held their breath. And then the girl spoke. Her voice was small, cracked, exhausted, stretched thin from days of fear and hunger. "My mom has been sleeping for 3 days," she said. "She won't wake up." The moment the words left her mouth, her knees gave out. The child collapsed onto the hospital floor. But this story did not begin in a hospital. It began years earlier, inside a marriage that had quietly died long before anyone admitted it. Anna married young. At first, the marriage looked ordinary. 2 modest jobs, a small house, a baby daughter born into hope. When Lily arrived, Anna believed that love and endurance could carry them through anything. But the man she married was never truly present. He came home late. He withdrew. Arguments turned into silence. Silence turned into distance. By the time Anna became pregnant again, with twins, her husband had already begun leaving in invisible ways. Missed nights, missed responsibilities, emotional absence disguised as exhaustion. After the twins were born, he stayed just long enough to understand how hard life was going to be. Then he left. No goodbye, no child support, no explanation, just an empty side of the bed, and 3 children left behind. The house Anna lived in sat far from town. A narrow dirt road led to it. No sidewalks, no streetlights, no neighboring houses close enough to hear crying. Tall trees surrounded the property, blocking sound and light. Isolation was not a choice. It was geography. When Anna struggled, no one noticed. Postpartum depression did not arrive loudly. It crept in. At first, it was exhaustion that sleep could not fix. Then numbness. Then crushing guilt for feeling numb at all. Anna still fed the babies, still changed diapers, still did what had to be done. But joy disappeared. Then energy, then hope. Some days, she sat on the edge of the bed and stared into nothing while Lily played quietly nearby. Lily was the first to understand. At 7 years old, she should have been worried about school and drawings and games. Instead, she learned survival. She learned to warm formula to the exact temperature. She learned to change diapers without waking crying babies. She learned to lift 2 newborn bodies at once using shaking arms. She learned how to stay quiet, because loud sounds made her mother flinch, because noise felt dangerous. On good days, Anna managed to sit up and look at her children. On bad days, she lay still, eyes open but empty. And Lily remained in the middle, between 2 infants who could not survive alone, and a mother slowly being swallowed by darkness. Then came the morning Anna did not wake up. Day 1. Lily believed her mom was simply sleeping deeply. She pressed her ear to Anna's chest and counted each breath. As long as there was breathing, there was hope. That was what she told herself. She fed the twins, cleaned bottles, changed diapers, pretended this was an ordinary day, because panic did not keep people alive. That night, Lily pulled a thin blanket over her mother's body and sat on the floor with her back against the bed, one hand resting on Anna's wrist. Day 2. Nothing changed. Anna's breathing was still there, but weaker. Lily remembered when she had been sick, how her mom used a spoon to give her water slowly. So Lily did the same, spoon by spoon, carefully, patiently. Some water went down, some spilled, but Lily did not stop. The twins cried less now. The quiet frightened Lily more than crying ever had. She skipped meals. Hunger was survivable. Silence was not. That night, Lily did not sleep. Her fingers stayed on her mother's pulse for hours. Day 3. This was the day Lily understood something terrifying. Waiting could kill them. Morning light filled the bedroom. Anna did not respond. Her throat barely swallowed water. The twins were quieter than they should have been. Silence had replaced sound, and silence meant weakness. Lily tried to lift her mother and failed. Anna's body felt impossibly heavy, as if something unseen was pulling her down. For the first time in 3 days, Lily cried. Then she covered her mouth. Crying used energy, and energy was disappearing. With no food, no phone, and no one close enough to help, Lily made a decision no child should ever make. If she stayed, they would all die. Lily wrapped the twins in the thickest blanket she could find, carefully placed them into the wheelbarrow outside, the only thing with wheels. She drew a quick picture of the house, the tree outside, and the number 44, their address, and slipped it into her pocket. Not as a map, but so she would remember where they came from if she ever returned. Then she pushed. Down dirt roads, under burning sunlight, through exhaustion. Her hands blistered, her legs trembled. Sometimes the wheel caught in the mud. Sometimes the twins made soft, desperate sounds. Lily did not cry, because if she collapsed, no one else would continue. When the hospital doors opened, Lily had nothing left. She delivered the twins to safety, then herself. Doctors saved the babies. Police found Anna alive. Inside the house, officers froze. Clean bottles lined the counter. A feeding chart taped to the refrigerator, written in uneven, childish handwriting, covered in check marks. There had been no abandonment, only a child who had done everything she could. Doctors later said it plainly. If Lily had arrived even slightly later, no one would have survived. When Anna woke up, she did not feel relief first. She felt emptiness. Memories returned in fragments. The blue house, crying, guilt whispering that she was failing everyone. Then one name crashed into her chest like a wave. Lily. When doctors told her what had happened, who had saved the babies, Anna's body shook uncontrollably, not from shame, but from the realization that while she disappeared, her child had become the adult. In recovery, Anna dreamed of Lily sitting beside her, fingers counting breaths in the dark. The dreams did not fade. They reminded her that she survived because of her daughter. When mother and child reunited, no words were needed. Anna held Lily tightly, feeling how light her body had become. Inside, Anna made a silent promise. Never again would her child be forced to carry grown-up pain alone. 1 year later, Lily's story helped create a county support program for mothers suffering from postpartum mental illness. Families were saved before tragedy struck. One evening, Lily sat in a park and drew. Her picture showed hands joined in a circle around 2 babies. In the corner, barely visible, was a small wheelbarrow, no longer a symbol of pain, but of quiet, impossible strength. The strength of a child who never asked to be brave, but became brave anyway, and saved an entire family when no one else was watching.